Hi, this is Scott Garibay, and today we're going to talk about Lego Dungeons and Dragons, and we're going to talk about the follow-up to Lego Dungeons and Dragons Red Dragon's Tale. We're going to talk about Lego Dungeons and Dragons CMF Collectible Minifig Series 71047, and today I want to talk about the Githanki Warlock with Knife. So we're getting 12 Lego Dungeons and Dragons custom collectible minifigures, and these are going to serve a lot. These are going to serve in some really interesting ways. One of the most important parts of this is a bunch of people and you're already seeing this. You're seeing coverage from Lego YouTubers, right? Who do not care about Dungeons and Dragons. They're like, I don't play Dungeons and Dragons. I don't even. They'll often refer to it as a board game. They have no idea what Dungeons and Dragons is. They're like, I'm excited for this Lego Dungeons and Dragons collectible minifig series 71047. And the reason why is this is the 27th series, right? And they collect every single Lego collectible minifigure series. So there are going to be literally hundreds of thousands, maybe low millions of people who go and get every single one of these Lego Dungeons and Dragons sets who never play Dungeons and Dragons. That's huge. And that is one of the biggest things and this is why the OSR and the indie constantly lose. They don't understand that. Where the rubber really hits the road is when your game is being talked about by people who don't even play it, right? And people are paying millions of dollars to celebrate and promote your brand who don't play it, which is astounding. It is astounding, right? So let's talk about the Githanki Warlock with Knife. All right, so 3 parts. Githanki. The really exciting part of this is when this hits, you will be able to send a Githanki, an official D&D species, directly into Lego Dungeons and Dragons Red Dragon's Tale, right? You can put them right on the parapets. You could have them ride the dragon, right? And you expand what can be done, the adventures that can be had. Right now, it's just gnome, elf, dwarf, orc, right? But now we're going to get this Githanki, so it expands the species that officially exist within Lego for Dungeons and Dragons. Warlock, right? You're getting the equipment to represent Warlock, which was not in Lego Dungeons and Dragons Red Dragon's Tale, right? So we're getting official pieces to represent a Warlock, right? In addition to that, the knife. Now, what is the knife? Well, almost certainly it's a packed blade, right? And that's really excellent. So we're getting new equipment, we're getting new class representation, we're getting new species representation. This is fantastic. Now, did this earn its slot? There are literally hundreds of characters, well over 1,000 Dungeons and Dragons character permutations that need to be made. Is this a waste of a slot? Absolutely not. I think it's really, really good. Would Gary Gygax have been pleased with this slot use? 100%. Right? I think he would be really excited about how much Warlock has become popular. He absolutely was a huge fan of the Githanki. I believe the Githanki came from the British side, the UK products. Maybe Fiend Folio was the first time it appeared, right? Please correct me if I'm wrong. I know some of you know exactly when the Githanki were introduced. I do know they were introduced I think in the early 80s, right? And I think Gary would be thrilled at how popular Warlocks have become. The idea that magic comes from this pact, and that pact coming from the pacts coming from the Fae, all right, infernal or cosmological, right? Like the constellations themselves. Really, really fascinating. I think Gary would be thrilled with this slot choice. I'm thrilled with this slot choice. I think Githanki Warlock Knife with Knife is a fantastic figure, and I'm so excited to be there on September 1st, and I highly encourage you to get ready to be there on September 1st to make your first Lego Dungeons and Dragons purchase. And all you need is $5. You don't have to save for months. You just need $5 in your pocket. Every single word you just heard is my humble opinion. Nothing more, nothing less. What's important is when I get to hear your humble opinion when you get in the comments and send your traffic. Please consider subscribing and have a fetch millennium.